I really need a job. I'm just talking about comic books on the internet. Hello, I'm ScottishDrunkard, but you can call me Scotty. Welcome back to the show thing that I do for some reason because I have no friends or life. Today we're doing issues 19 through 20. First issue of Casino Night, part 1 of 2. That's right, multi-phased Sonic stories now. Introducing the famous electricians, the Marxio Bros. Ever wanted to see what would happen if you combined the Three Stooges, Groucho Marx, and the Mario Brothers? You get one big soup of copyright infringement. Dr. Robotnik has opened up a casino, or carnival-ass looking thing. Everyone is gambling away everything, as almost as if it's a casino. However, it turns out that Dr. Robotnik is actually using strange-ass hypnosis in order to compulse people to gamble, in order to give away all their money, thereby funneling it all to him to fund his war effort against a little rodent, because he can't beat a rodent. Tails is noticeably absent. Instead, we have Porker Lewis, who is now wearing like a leather jacket and a t-shirt. This is because they're trying to develop like a secondary cast to the character. You know, sometimes for when Tails is on his solo adventures. Inside the head of the giant-ass Robotnik statue, Dr. Robotnik is scolding the Marxio Bros. Because if Sonic disrupts the operations in Casino Night, Robotnik is sending them all right to Marxio World. Oh no! A world full of Italian plumber stereotypes. No, Italian electricians. Italian electrician stereotypes. Seems that only two of them actually speak and the other one communicates with like a bugle horn. Porker, now being the inventor of the thing while Tails is away on his adventures, is trying to deactivate the central computer remotely, but can't. It has no range. Remotely, the Marxio brothers start releasing all the baddos and different booby traps in order to catch Sonic, knocking him down like a pinball machine. See his ally captured and hogtied. And now they're tied to a roller coaster train. It's a classic supervillain move. With my brains, how could we lose? What do you mean, this trap? She was my idea. Oh, trying to take all the credit for yourself. But well, we'll discuss this later, Chico. I am so getting sued by the Italian-American Anti-Defamation League. This really burns my cannoli. Sonic, being the little prick he is, decides to worry Porker Lewis by making him scared that they're gonna die in a horrific roller coaster accident, only for Sonic to psych him out and use vibrating hands in order to get himself free. He goes back to fight the Marxio Bros, and they're using all sorts of weapons and weird-ass stick things, but they manage to get a hold of the disruptor and smash it into smithereens. Sonic reveals his plan was actually to hold for time, as everyone has now won all their money back, and possibly more, because Porker Lewis sabotaged the entire thing. 3, 2, 1, kaboom! He also rigged the head to explode, and now it's the Marxio Bros are screwed. I might as well take a little bit of time out to talk about the artist, Richard Elson, and kind of just comic book art in general. Normally when they do comic book art, usually it starts with a line or pencil drawing, then it's moved up to the inker, and then up to the colorist, with the inker defining and finalizing the designs, or possibly even simplifying them in order to save time, and then sending it on to the colorist to have the entire thing colored in. However, because Fleetway Publications are a smaller publication, I believe, all the artists have to do their own work for the entire thing. Possibly more feasible with a smaller workload, but still, it's a lot of work and undertaking. Even the online community, Sonic the Comic Online, who continue the Sonic the Comic story, they initially started with the old system, but even they had to swap to the more conventional 3 different artists doing 3 different jobs to streamline the process. Also, Richard Elson's signature Sonic look, which would become the signature Sonic look for the entire Sonic the Comic run, is starting to take form, with Sonic's brow being more defined and low hung. However, there are some anomalies, like when viewed from the front, he has a weird triangle head because of the quills, but from a side or isometric view, it seems to thin and slick back into like the mohawk design. And the final issue for all the Sonic stories today, the Hilltop Terror, my least favorite zone from Sonic 2, apart from the Death Egg zone. I just don't like the music, man. Art is by Ferran Rodriguez again. as Ferran Rodriguez seems to have all the good-looking Sonic 2 adaptations. Wrecking up some turtleoids, they fly down to a group of bird people who kind of look like a hodgepodge of various Native American cultures. I guess that would make sense if they're trying to be eagles, as eagles are very ingrained to Native American cultures. Chief Cordon asks a favor, as the mighty volcano, the Mountain of Destiny, is active, which means the gods are pissed. Sonic doesn't believe in any of that supernatural mumbo-jumbo, literally crapping all over their native religion, but hey, he volunteers to help regardless. One of them lava badniks, I can't remember the name of, has sprung out of the lava and has knocked them both off the bridge. Tails manages to grab and save Sonic, but Sonic, under intense stress of the situation, turns into Super Sonic and wrecks the bloody beast up. They find the Seismotron, which is... they're too late to stop the machine, and it's making the volcano gonna blow. The very selfish Supersonic gets himself out of the place, and he intends to destroy everyone in sight. But Tails, hanging on, manages to goad his sense of ego, saying that he possibly can't defeat the volcano. Well, Supersonic sure shows him, and exerts all that frustration into showing up everyone, and carves Sonic himself into the mountain. Once the power is exerted, he turns back into regular Sonic, and has now mountain rushed towards their sacred mountain. Just so American of them, because they carved on their secret walls. Okay, let's cap this off with the second of Tails' stories. This time it's a 4-parter instead of a 2-parter. The Nameless Zone, the mysterious region that most of planet Mobius believes only exists in legend. It looks like the mountains of China. Once again, they must summon their champion and conjure a portal to the Emerald Hill Zone, which I guess means that being trapped forever in the Nameless Zone crap was, from the last time, was a shitload of ass. The two Enchanter Kings give Tails the quest of rescuing the third Enchanter King, Shiros. It was believed that Shiros was killed by the Trog, who got the ass kicked out of him from the previous time, but they believe him to be alive because his face appeared on the magic crystal of communication, aka FaceTime. Apparently he's been taken prisoner by the Trog. Joining him on this mission is one Errol Blackthorn, which is the most Dungeons and Dragons name I've heard this week. And I've heard some names. They travel to the land beyond the Nameless Zone and find themselves immediately surrounded by the Trog. Apparently Trog have two different kinds. They have land kind of Trog and pterodactyl Trog. Tails is still trying to live up to the lie that he is the champion of the Nameless Zone, but he can't fight for squat. Errol winds up taking out everything, while Tails just takes to the sky. He admits that he exaggerated on his application, and that he never intended for things to get out of hand. Errol says that the Enchanter Kings must be told of Tails' deception, but after they have completed the mission, they get ambushed by a quadruped, reptile-looking monster, and find themselves to fall in a cave. Luckily, Tails can fly and descends them safely to the bottom. They find themselves surrounded by a pile of skeletons, which means that something in here kills and eats. But they find Shiro... looks like I pronounced his name wrong. It's not Shiros, it's Shirob. Preparing him for a sacrifice. But there's a dark monster in the corner. The pit beast reveals himself. Errol and Tails smash the chains, much to the bewilderment of the pit monster. "What you doing there? Don't you know I'm supposed to eat him?" Since Tails can't carry the both of them, they both have to run for it. "Those two creeps just took me dinner, and that makes me mad." Tails stays behind to try and stop the beast, only for the rock monster to bump his head on the high cave wall, thanks to a bit of amazing luck. Once they find the way out, they find themselves quickly surrounded by all the enemy forces. Turns out, Shirob definitely did not wish to be rescued, and he does not go by Shirob. He prefers a different name, Trog.